The protagonist pulled back in. Interesting new story element we just got. The protagonist naively thought he'd retired, but emerging circumstances simply won't allow him to stay away. That is interesting. Yeah, we're gonna use that one for sure. It says prohibition kills 10,000 Americans was the headline in the morning newspapers across the country. A leaked document from the Public Health Services exposed the rampant scale of poisoning from low quality alcohol. Journalists believe that the number of victims could be many times higher than reported. That happens right before Rolling Thunder gets to release. Neat. We're gonna get Phoenix Burns to have a little bit more of a run here. We're just gonna give it a few showings. We'll buy a little bit of space in the theater there. We'll just give it a little bit more time. Couple more chances here to make us some money as we get ourselves right back into Hollywood Animal. How are you guys doing today? Rolling Thunder, Kino Mark C-. Yikes. I mean, it's not a very good film, so we're not likely to get good stuff. We are locking in fresh story elements here. I think we're going to need to be a little bit more selective because we don't want to put down, we don't want to put a whole bunch of like not great movies, right? Like under fives. We don't want to do that and have them using good stuff. Like if I want to have a criminal mastermind movie that's really great, I'm using that story element in bad movies, right? So I need to kind of weigh that out, like, because now the cop is stale, even though I'm probably not going to use it, but it's all right. Clifford. I think Clifford, because he's maxed out at 3.0, I think what we're going to do with Clifford is say see you later. And we'll get another guy in here instead. So Clifford, because you're maxed out, same thing with Sherman. Once you're done trying this, I think I'm going to fire you so that I can get a different writer, because we're capped out on the number of writers we're allowed to have, right? So why don't we get a different writer here? I don't actually remember what I was paying Clifford. What is he asking for? He asked for $1,200 now, yeah. I don't know what I was paying him before, but I think... Gosh, it's like he's the cheapest 3.0 there is, isn't he? Yeah. This is probably better. Getting Cornelius Stewart is better. He is a little bit more money, but he's also a lot better writer. So why don't we do this? We're gonna pay a little bit more money for a lot better writer that's also not capped, and then we can get a higher chance at these things here too. I have enough scripts right now, so I think we're gonna go ahead and just have these guys try to find elements because I have enough scripts at the moment. Okay, so we've got that going. I think because I have got more scripts, right, we can go ahead and make one. And I'm looking for, yeah, sidekick. So these two here have sidekick. It's already stale. Like maybe put a pin on those. These ones here are not going to be that way. So Metallic Scream seems interesting. Let's get Metallic Scream in here. And we'll give this one to Homer. And let's get him... I think we'll use, yeah, that one, the island. We can give him maybe a better quality if we use the soundstage for the island, though. And then let's do the soundstage for everything else here. We'll use B2 for that. We're about to get another soundstage also, so we'll have one more to work with. We'll give you all the fixins because it's a higher quality script. And we'll get Bruce on the production on that. Let's get Herman... we actually have a love triangle one here, so that's good for Paul. He's a little bit under... He's a little bit under this, but it's all right. And if I give him heroin, I wonder what that's going to do, because he's an addict. He'll like this. That's not my thing. I prefer a different aftertaste. Ah, okay. He wants a different drug. Fine. We'll go in and say Daring Adventurer is going to be... we can give it to Harry. We got love interest here. Who can we do for the love interest too? Oh, right. Okay, so that's gonna be an avant-garde film. Yep. Cool. It's not really avant-garde is not the right word. It's just gonna be unconventional for the time period. You know, gay love. Let's say Bill. We'll make Bill our love interest. And the tribal chief, we can put this... I kind of want to give this to somebody else. It's going to bring down the film, but... The only thing this guy's ever done is I'm giving this guy all the fixins, though. I got these guys on timers. I need to do something with that. All right, Billy can be our tribal chief. Actually, let's swap that out. Billy's going to be our love interest. He'll be very professional about it, I'm sure. And Bill will take the tribal chief role on that. Okay, let's go ahead and do that. And then we need a little bit weaker of a production here. I need maybe a different synopsis. Let's maybe... Do we have any scripts that we could... maybe... It's a 5. 5 would be okay. We're using a hopeless romantic. Okay, we'll get this one. How many do we have here? We have an antagonist. So we have 3 characters here. We can make that work. We have 3 characters here. So we'll buy this script really quick. Let's get Thomas on this, and we'll give you A1. It's a cheaper film we're not going to spend a lot of money on, okay? We're just going to use all that good equipment here. We'll give you the medium. Our producer, yep, Gary can be on this one. That's fine. Our director can be... these guys are really getting like 7 days left in Harley. We're definitely going to renew his contract because he's awesome. We'll put Ricky on this one. Hopeless romantic. Let's make this Leslie. Angry boss can be Anton. No. Anton, we're going to swap you out to be the corrupt official. There you go. The angry boss needs to be a little older if I can get away with it. I'm not going to put Edward on there, though. So let's get somebody who's maybe in the 5.0-ish range and a little older. We could bring Charlie back in. Or Michael Gray. He is a 5.0. And he's fairly cheap. We could also put Walter on this. Look at Walter. Dude, you're basically working for free, dude. I know you're not older, but you're working for free. I mean... I might as well just get you for 3 years. Yeah. I'll just put a timer on you. You're basically nothing. Okay, we'll do that, and then that'll be Walter as the angry boss on this. Okay, so I like that. He hasn't played an angry boss for a while. He's been in comedies. He doesn't have a whole lot of history with this, so everything seems pretty fresh about this. Yeah, could work. Okay, off you go. Bunch of people on timers on that movie. All right, let's check out really good stuff. It's got stale elements, but it's a much better film. It's again that stale element thing, lower quality movies using these elements. We need to get more story elements. We need to find new story elements so that we can have more variety to work with in the future as well. We'll put Colin Glenn on this and give them the medium quality stuff. That's fine. Jokes at the table got a little bit better. I have a feeling that post-production is going to bring it down, but maybe not. We'll see. I don't think we really need to throw the rap party. Well, yeah. I mean, we could. It's not. I don't think it's worth it though. We'll go post-production. It's fine. And for this one, I think I'm going to give Oliver some experience. Our composer could be Francisco. So we're going to take down the quality here. It's got a great artistic score though. Maybe I could lean into that, but it's only maxing out at 6. It's not like it's going to win any awards. Oliver needs a little bit of a pick-me-up here. Just a little bit. You're an alcoholic. I don't think that means you like the harder drugs, so we'll go ahead and do that for you. And now we once again have at least something moving on the timeline for every single section of this. Now, what else is going to happen today in this video? Well, in addition to making some money, we're going to get our offensive operations building is going to complete. I don't know if we're actually going to be able to search for crap on that. Who's that? May? I think her name is May. I don't think we're actually going to necessarily be able to find dirt on May today. Slap is a script I wrote. Well, I created anyway. It was like a really weird one. And I guess the writing wasn't all that great, but we can shelve this one for now. Yeah, Harry, let's get you, let's get this contract redone here. We're going to go 3 movies with you. Let's grab the insurance. Definitely want to do that for you. Okay, then. So, on that note, Sicilian Tiger's going to be in this. Okay, so Sidekick's going fresh, but it's not going to be because there is another movie I think it's searching for the Silver Tiger, but Silver Dagger, whatever. Like there's another Sidekick movie. It's going to be releasing now, and it's going to go right back into Steel territory. But we're going to release some of those things today. I keep getting sidetracked because every time I want to say something, something else pops up. Offensive operations is done. Manuel Munez says, like my father always said, he who always plays defense never wins. Sometimes you need to think about stability, but sometimes you need to show your teeth. Drop into the security department when you have a chance. Now we can put the pressure on people who aren't willing to play ball and use extra leverage when negotiating contracts. If we continue to develop the offensive operations, our teeth will become even sharper. Cool. We could. There's not a whole lot we can do with this right now. We can threaten people is about all we can do. So if I wanted to, for example, go over to, say, the Gernstein brothers, and I wanted to pick one of the rig stars, let's say Carol, and I wanted to organize a threat against Carol, I could do that with these guys. And the higher level they are, the higher success chance they have. So this is where that starts to matter. Good. I am going to pick Peter to go and threaten her. Or at least see if you can organize a threat against her. We'll see how that goes. Silver Dagger. Or at least the searching of it. Or searching for it. Decent Kino Mark score. It's a fairly average film for our time period and everything. Bone Grinder's not going to like it. Garden Variety Slag. Yeah, exactly. It's all good. Everybody gets good experience for it. Homer is now maxed out at 8. And that's it. And again, we're locking in that stale element, unfortunately. So it's not going to do quite as good as it could have. But we'll see how it goes. Sidekick goes stale again. Yeah. Just the way it is. All right. Soundstage. Level 2 soundstage is done. We're going to name this one Stage B3. There we are. So we've got B1, B2, B3. And hello. Tiger Face Killer's pre-production is already done. Okay. It's just a film. I don't have a whole lot of, romance for this one. Let's take Everett and put you on this one with low quality on the catering. All right. Unsuccessful operation again. We were just never going to get rid of the secret. I think it's time to fire Wallace. Wallace, I think I just need to get you off of this and let somebody else try this. Elmer, you can try this instead. Wallace, I think there's just something going on with you that makes me think that maybe you and I aren't a good fit. You're cheap though, 382. I don't want to get rid of you because you're cheap. What other security guards are there out there? Level 2, level 3 for 955. We could definitely look into that one. I don't know why anyone would pay 1900 for you when this guy's available at level 3, but yeah, well, I could, but let's wait on it. If we need more, then we'll get more. We're not doing a whole lot of operations just yet, so yeah. And the toy ship, kind of a mediocre film here too. Emma didn't really help that one, but is what it is. Let's go ahead and grab this one, and we'll get this. We'll get this one on the schedule for probably Halloween time. Although, if we launch it over top of the Sicilian Tiger, that would be okay. We just have to, yeah, something about like this. Can I see the 6-week timer? Yeah. Okay, so we can go something like this with you, and then we'll have maybe that much. That's fine. And then we'll kind of bring that down pretty rapidly from there. It's not going to be a great film. And now we can release something right on Halloween, too. Not that we have the right film for Halloween. What kind of film is this? This is everywhere. This is all over the place, man. All right. So since it's all over the place, we'll target these two. A little bit more broad coverage on those, I think. I'm not sure. I still haven't gone in and just focused that down and learned it. You know what? Before the next video, I will do that. So I'll know what each one of these do. And then maybe I'll do like a mini tutorial on it for other people who are playing the game with my findings. Let's go ahead and end distribution on Phoenix Burns. Goodbye. See, Harry, I like you. You're reasonably priced as well. The thing is, we have like, what, 140 days or something like that until you're able to do 2 projects at once. So ideally, I could get you for years here. And then that way I just keep using you. And then as soon as that activates, I can start using you every single time. So maybe I think we'll do that instead. You're already pretty happy. It's not much, but we can give you a little bit. That's not really. I'd rather use that for something else. Yeah. Let's do this. We'll get you for 3 years at 155,000, which is a lot. But once that producers can do 2 films at once thing hits, then now that becomes a better decision. And it's only about half a year away. So we get about 2.5 years of double dipping him as opposed to paying for the 3 films and then just not being able to do that, right? So, because if I have him on film only contracts, his contract's gonna be up very fast. And I guess maybe at that point I could renew it, but it's okay. This one got a dip. Pretty big dip. Oh, well, I put Oliver on it. That's why. Got to give him some experience. Yep. Francisco Ortiz as well. Got to give him experience. Joke to the table. Let's just use this one. Not a great film, but it could be our Halloween release. I don't know why I would want to do that, though, on a comedy. Probably not. We can release it here instead. Yep, I think so. This is a 2.8, so it's not great. We'll go about here with it. That's okay. And then we'll have this maybe die down a little bit faster. Something like that. There we go. We'll just put it at Thanksgiving instead. Yeah, effectiveness on the advertising needs to come up. And then I think we'll actually bring that like that for this. Okay. For you, is comedy. Let's go like this. Sure, you know, bus stops, quoted in the kitchen arguments, blah, blah, blah. Went through the streets, Americans. I'm going to go like this for the costs involved in it. Okay. So jokes at the table. Wow, you want 3,400 as a 2.2? That's not happening. You can just be upset about it. That's fine, but that's not happening. That's expensive for a 2.2. No, thank you, Francisco. This is still making money. We can keep this on there. It's not making much, but it's something. Let's order a few showings here and then a few showings here. It's fine. Keep it in the theaters. Make us a little bit more cash if we can. Okay, so what do we got going? Like, this is one of those games where everything is going at once, right? You got to kind of pay attention to all sorts of things at the same time, and then constant. Okay, that's not Elmer's fault. That's a timer. Elmer's not successful there. That's just a natural thing. We'll have to see if Elmer ends up successful. This is just a game where you have to pay attention to so many things at the same time. Which I like those types of games. They're hard to narrate them. I've had so many people come in and just be like, you talk too much. And it's like, well, I'm not a good fit for you then. That's just the way it is. But like, I like to narrate what I'm thinking. I like to narrate what I'm doing. Hopefully with less stuttering. So that people know why I'm doing things too, right? Does this have... It has fresh elements, but I don't want to ruin it. Ugh. Let's get Emma to be a little bit better. Lee can have this one. And we'll go here and hope that it doesn't drain it. Normally I want to give people experience, but I don't know about that. Oh, look at you! I am the first to vote on this, am I? Oh, isn't that wonderful? Holy moly. Well, I mean, who put this up for a vote? Limit the number of security agents. A studio with over 7 security agents on staff will be barred from the alliance. I feel targeted. Oh, I have to be the first one to vote on it too. That sucks. Because like now I feel like I don't want to spend my influence points on that. I don't want to spend my influence points on that, guys. I think I'm just gonna. I have 8, so I just need to remove somebody. Leland, you know what, Wallace? You had a lot of time. You're very cheap though. How much am I paying you? 237. You're not paying you less than Wallace. Carl, you're a level 2 though. I don't really want to get rid of you. Glenn, you're on the really good stuff set, so I can't really get rid of you. It's gonna be Wallace. Sorry, Wallace. You had your chance to be useful, but I gotta do it. I'm afraid I have to. So now I got 7. So the rule said limit it to 7, right? Current initiatives. No. Which one is right here? Can I see what it is? Studio with over 7. So that means I can have 7. We're limiting it to 7. Okay, so I have 7. Should be all right. A retired legend. Oh, so now we have one where the guy comes back after quitting. He just couldn't stay away. And now we have one where a distinguished professional who has retired for one reason or another. His glory days seem long gone, but retirement can't last forever, can it? It's kind of the same story, but not quite. I like it though. Let's repeat that. So we're getting new elements. That's very important with all these things being stale all the time. We got to come up with new things. All right. Metallic Scream is done. On its pre-production anyway. Not bad. I think because we're pulling out all the stops on this one, right? And we have some good people behind this one. So I think the production part of it will definitely raise it up. Locations and somehow cinematographer got hit for that one. It's weird. Leland, go on set for this. Okay, so I have a level 2 guard ready to go for when we get compromising information done in 82 days. So I don't know how that's going to go. LA Mayor Fred Carpenter held a 90-minute press conference discussing his plans for his next term. He promised to deal with poverty and reduce unemployment. Carpenter also commented on the attacks of his chief rival, Richard Stripes. There's some fella named Tripe or Strop or something, I don't know, trying to accuse me of turning our beloved Los Angeles into something terrible. And he and his goon squad were seen beating people up in Skid Row with no cause. We're talking women and children here, folks. Believe me, if someone like that gets into power, anything can happen. Even civil war. This is no joke. The mayor also mentioned the record number of donations he managed to collect for the election campaign. My friends support me. I don't want to name names. I'll just say that there are people who share my values. They know that I'm a fair person who knows how to be grateful. Indeed. We have nothing going on in pre-production, so let's go ahead and start a different one, and let's try Slap. We can start Slap. We already did a Slap, but apparently this is still here. So we'll start another Slap. Slap is going to be done by Rafael Gonzalez. We're going to give Rafael locations because he likes shooting on locations, so we'll just give you that. It's fine. Yeah, we'll put a little bit of extra resources in that, and I guess we'll save the soundstage for later. Filming tech, there we go. Get all that stuff done. We'll go with medium props on this. Although it's possible that if we put some really good people behind this, we could raise this script up. And I think I'm going to rename this. It's going to be... this is a romance historical comedy. Slapstick Mayhem. I guess I didn't need... I thought I did this one already, but maybe I didn't. Let's go with Slapped, just in case I did. We'll give you the high quality props. Why not? Let's give you some high quality props. Our producer on this one could be Harry. We got him for a lot of days, so I could put him on this if that's the only film I'm doing right now. So let's just do that, I guess. Harley, he's got 3 movies left. I think he could be good for this one, but let's give it to Lawrence. We'll give it to Lawrence here. Our clumsy oaf for this, we can make this be... I wanted somebody with... We got to use these guys with timers, right? So I'm thinking maybe... love interest. It's going to be Wendy Carpenter. Wendy's going to be our love interest. And Harry's going to... Ooh, he won't. He doesn't want to do that. Doesn't want to work with Wendy Carpenter. Fine. Fine. We'll get her more experience first. Fred will do it. That's okay. Be that way, Harry. We can get Alan maybe to be the rival. And our tribal chief can be... Let's get Boone on that. I know he's capped out, but we got to use him. So let's get him on this. Wendy, go. Slapped is now Wendy's film. Get her back to work. We got to make her... we're going to make her a star. Okay, I only have 7 security agents. So there shouldn't be a problem here. But unfortunately, I have to vote first. I don't know how the others are going to vote. And I really don't... I mean, I want more security agents, but it's not a deal breaker for me. So I'm going to abstain here because I don't want to spend my influence points on it. And we'll see what the others do. Okay, so light support for it so far. Somebody went negative. Okay, so I would have had to put over 400 points into it. I think I made the right decision by abstaining. I think it's okay. It's fine. Borrowed murder is on there now too, and I only have 7 security officers, so we're still fine. We're, you know, adhering to the rules when it comes to that. So borrowed murder, we ended up with a B- on the Kino Mark score. Not bad. Targeting was okay after all. I still have to wait for every single review to come in though. I really wish you don't have to do this. I mean, pretty much everyone's reviewing it as a 1 star. Except Bone Grinder. What does this have that you hate? Oh. Gay love. Yeah, that's why. Yeah, if this movie didn't have you know what, then you know who wouldn't be shouting about it on every corner. Yeah. Thanks to disgusting movies like that. Yep. If God wanted sodomy, he'd have created Eve from Adam's rib. He wouldn't have created Eve from Adam's rib. He'd give Adam a friend to have for carnal pleasures, right? Senseless sodomy, not supported by even a glimmer of worldly wisdom. Meanwhile, Bone Grinder. Intelligent people know that love comes in many forms, not just the way it's imagined by the Puritans of our society, raised in Hollywood cliches and scripture. Go and see it if you still have a scrap of something human left in you. Okay. Yeah, knew that was going to happen. Okay. Now, whether or not it's actually going to do well, I don't know. Sherman is capped. I feel like I want to take Sherman and replace him as well, you know? I feel like I want to do that. Writers. So I've got 6 writers. Sherman is locked too. I feel like getting another writer to replace him would be a better fit. I want to build people up, and I'm paying you 2,400 right now. So if I can replace you with somebody else that costs equal or less, but isn't capped, this is a lot more. You are unfortunately busy working on something for somebody else. We could try maybe bringing in, let's say, Alton. Okay. What about Johnny Harris? Johnny Harris is a 1. I mean, obviously they're 1.0s, but we need to give them some experience and see what their potential is. He's good with historical films. Harry is also good with, like, I don't know why I would pay 2,400 for a 1.0 though. I would pick you, but you're kind of limiting, and I don't want a lot of limitations here as well. Yeah, you have to get way over here. 800. Once I hire them, their loyalties and stuff will go back up, so I'm not concerned about those values either. Yeah, you're just you're very cheap. $100. And you're cheerful. And all you do is you won't do dramas. I'm going to hire you, and you're just going to be very happy about it. Am I allowed to have another writer? Because I want to hire somebody else, too, that's maybe... Like, maybe Mike Larson. I don't do a lot of detective stuff. I can keep you away from that. But I might as well just do you, right? You're less. So you're undisciplined, though. It might take you... It's going to take you longer to write them. Chast, libidinous. Yeah, I think I'd rather have Mike for a little bit more money because he specializes in something I can use and because he's not undisciplined. So we'll try to get these 2 writers instead. And then people under control. Love it. And then in our own studio, we'll go to our writers. Well, is this too many? Are you going to yell at me for having this many writers? Because I'd rather just everybody look for things, but when your contracts expire, it's not getting renewed is essentially what's going to happen here. So I'll have you all look for things, I guess. And then I need to get you 2 some scripts so I can actually see what you're capable of. So we'll take let's say a modern American detective action movie. I don't know about that. Isn't one of you guys good at history? That was the other guy. This is a comedy writer. Okay, you know what? Why don't we try this? We're going to make a somewhat bad... Actually, we'll just call it that. Somewhat bad. We'll even spell it wrong. Just because. Maybe the guy's last name is somewhat. Spelled that way, you know? It could be part of the comedy. Really could. And it could be a comedy adventure. Okay? 50-50 split. Maybe just a slight bias towards the comedy part for the sake of writing it. We could put it on a tropical island. And we could get somebody who is... maybe he's a soldier or a retired legend. Yeah, you know what? Somewhat bad is a retired legend. Yeah, you know what? We'll do that. And then the antagonist could be a sorcerer because, I don't know, why not? I don't know. Maybe we won't have any supporting characters. Maybe it's just these 2, you know? And it's like none of this is going to make any sense. We could have some slapstick mayhem on this. We could have a prison break on it because that's pretty funny. It could be anyway. We could have an ancient puzzle. We could have the protagonist finding a treasure. So naturally, we now need a treasure hunt of some kind. There it is. We probably do need a supporting character, so we can give you a sidekick, but everybody has that, it seems. So instead, we'll get you... Wow. I basically can't use any supporting characters except a worried wife is the only one I can do. So, yeah. Somewhat bad is just... I guess this is just funny. I don't know how. We'll give it to Mike Larson, and probably won't be a very good script, but we'll see how it goes. And then for the other guy, we'll just throw you one of these. So another action movie, and we'll throw it to you. Just ideas. Because I need you guys to get more experience. Okay. Leroy Newton says that Silvano Grease, I think that's how you say his name, mayor of Delmont, North Carolina, lost the election yesterday. And today he's been kicked out of his family. He's under investigation by the police. Grease believes his life and career were ruined by our film Phoenix Burns, in which he says we illegally used his image. Now he's demanding compensation for moral damages. There are some similarities. The character of a corrupt official appears in public with his dog, cheats on his wife, and is suspected of contract killings and taking bribes from the Mafia. However, Grease is threatening to go to court for other reasons. He's especially outraged by the scene where the character bursts into tears after being punched in the nose. The former mayor believes this episode alone cost him 10% of the vote because, quote, they don't like weaklings in Delmont. I'm not going to pay this imbecile. Yeah, that's right. We're going to go to court with him. That's fine. All right, Gerald. Yeah, Gerald. Gerald, get you for 3. Maybe get you a little bit cheaper. There you go. Let's let Gerald work for us too. Austin, yep, you're pretty cheap too. Let's get you back in here. It's cool. I gotta watch my money, but I do get the bulk discount by getting you guys for multiple movies, so just gotta watch my cash a little bit here. So that means we're probably gonna need some legal defense. Paying him 300 grand, just I don't like that. I don't like the sound of that. I'm not gonna do that. No. Dark Saber, looking pretty good. Yeah, Gerald. Good job, Gerald. I could throw this. I could. Let's see how happy people are. seems okay. These guys could use a pick-me-up, though. I'm not sure they're included. Yeah, they would be. Yeah, they'd be included in this. All right, we'll throw a wrap party for those guys. They should be happier now, right? These guys? They should be. Should have upped their loyalty. Let's make sure this is a good one. We have a pretty good stats on this, so let's not try to... This isn't one of those films to give experience with. This is one of those films we really want to nail. So there we go. So how long until we're sued? Oh, well, I suppose now. Okay, we can do high legal protection. We have that. We have a... Wow, dude, really? Yeah, now we have a 60% chance of winning. I feel like that's kind of wild. $50,000 only. Man, oh man, influence to 60%. Yeah, I guess we really do have some similarities there. But now we could have paid him off with 300,000, and now he's going to demand 650. Yikes. Result of the operation was unsuccessful. Target was lost. You got a little bit of experience, not much, but it's something there. Maybe we hold off on that. Let's not do that anymore. We got other things to deal with right now. Our power plant is now operational. So our ongoing maintenance, ongoing power expenses are going to be like 0 now. We also get our special events area. So that's overall our expenses have gone up because that's in place. But we can now offer that kind of thing. Oh. Yeah, it's like for influence and stuff. All right, let's go ahead and distribute this a little bit more. Yep. We're going to want to pay for a few showings. Let's go like, say, 300, 282, and like what was it, 25% of what we had before? And then it's going to have this. We don't want that. So I'm thinking maybe we up this a little bit. We can go like 480 here. 345 and 250 is fine. Yeah. We'll go about there. Maybe we don't get its potential, but at least we don't pay for showings that, you know, don't happen. And we have the money now. I was worried we wouldn't have the money to pay for this, but we actually have the money now, thankfully. So, okay. So let's get our protection from the police raids again. There we go. It's so cheap to have yourself protected from police raids. It's so cheap. You just like get to skip an entire part of the game that you have to watch out for normally. All right. This is going to make the Mafia happy. Sicilian Tiger releases. We fulfill our obligation to Don Alberto Conti. And the grandchildren never took their eyes off the screen. Now I can die. Okay. So we're going to get 30 GP with him. He is we can search for blackmail material, actually. I like this. Let's acquire this. And we want to target. This is another way to do this, isn't it? We can target the one that we're supposed to, which is Gernstein's May Low. So we can have the Mafia go after this. And that means we don't need this. That's going to take care of it for us. Now, of course, we need to do more favors for him because if this ever falls to 0, we can lose that contact. We don't want to do that. So we're going to want to, do some more stuff for him. We could do casino advertising or the kept actress. What is this? I recently played poker with an individual of great respect. At one point, the stakes rose to obscene amounts, and he put up his mistress. I don't have a mistress, so I put in some Hollywood actress I supposedly know. I don't know what I was thinking. I lost the hand, of course. Now I have to find a Hollywood actress who will agree to act like this gentleman's pet. Not for the rest of her life, of course. I'm sure she'll drive him crazy in a couple of months. Please understand my reputation is in your hands. So I just need to find an actress that'll do that for him. Does it have to be of a specific particular like quality? Like, does she have to be a high professional, or can she just be someone he's never heard of before? Casino advertising. Nevada opened up for casinos. Everyone wanted a piece of the pie, and I invested too naturally. It was that or I get left behind. But now I have hundreds of competitors and a dozen enemies. The kind you can't just break their knees. Recently, my establishments have been losing ground against the tide of identical clubs and casinos, but I have a trump card. I've got you. I need a star to periodically visit my casinos for the next couple of months. Smile for the cameras. I like this one better. Although it might cost me more, but I'm going to try this one instead. 3 months, persuade an actor with a commercial status of star or higher. That changes things. To advertise in the casino. That changes things. I don't have somebody like that. I have to get somebody on their payroll to do that too. This one is persuade an actress to sleep with Armando Conti's friend. Well, that's the business we're in. Let's see. I guess that's the business we're in now. I probably will end up doing both, honestly. These are good people to have. Let's first start with the fact that we have actresses. So we need to find someone who's willing to do this. And I think it's Jane Fisher. Yeah. I think Jane could totally do this. Maybe Sally. No, you won't do anything immoral. Yeah, neither will Rena. Guess what? Jane Fisher will. I said I prefer to spend my free time with my husband. Okay. Fair enough. Libidinous. Hey, you know, I mean, Christina will do it. What? Really? Oh, well, okay. Never mind. I guess not. Oh, boy. Oh, Sally will do it. Okay. I just know I find somebody to bite on this. $15,000 is pretty good, honestly. There you go. That's a pretty fair price. It's way cheaper than it would have costed to get a star to go to the casinos. All right. I kept this up. My friend painted a vivid picture of his romantic escapades. If only you knew how happy he was. He never expected Hollywood actresses were so talented. Well, her last name is Sparks. So, just saying. Kino Mark, B-. Okay, so Sicilian Tiger ended up being a pretty good film. We're gonna make some pretty decent money on this. Money that we make on this film, not only did get paid $1 million, right? They saved my ass. I pretty much would be bankrupt without them, so I need to do something for them. Here we go. All these guys are getting good talent here. Edward is still maxed out. Yep. Vincenzo D'Ambrosio maxed out at 7. Okay. So, they're fresh story elements too. Let's see how well it actually does in the theaters later. We're going to go ahead and end distribution on Rolling Thunder. Love interest is stale now. We need more things. Yeah, that's going to happen. So August, a year basically. I have to wait a year to release those films. I need more elements. I need more story elements that I can work with. My writers need to get on it. Okay, if I lose this case, I basically have to fork over more than a third of my money. I have a 60% chance to get it. So I guess we'll cross our fingers and hope it happens. We lost the case. I have to pay $650. Ouch. That hurt. But you know, we had a chance. Better than 50%. So had to take the chances. Sometimes you gotta take those chances. Alexander Dumas Siglo V cigars are done. So we can now, I know it's 6. It could be V, but it's probably 6. We can get the wardrobe now for 1,000 days, or I can work on these things. And I like these things. I think we can. So this one here is to host employee parties, presumably to make them happier, more loyalty, etc. And then this one here is to host other people, maybe to get influence points, right? So I think we can probably work on both of them, of course, but these ones here also make people happy, and I can use these as negotiating tactics as well. Extended medical coverage is there. I think I want the banquets first. Let's get the influence points. And I'm not gonna bother paying for it. Let's get the influence points first. And we'll just keep people happy in other ways. Speaking of which, I did want to see whether or not my actress, Miss Sparks, is she like really mad at me now? I did pay her. She did accept. Now she's fine. She loves it. She's okay. Yep. Everything's cool here. She's played an evil witch and a strict parent. Need to get her into another movie. Speaking of which one was... Which one was... It's Slapped, right? This is the one with Wendy in it? Yeah. I want to make sure this one goes off really well, too. You can make Wendy a star. You imagine, like, Slapped wins an award, even though it's got Wendy in it, like a 1.0 actress. And she just, all of a sudden, she acted in a, you know, a movie that won an award. Be good. I mean, maybe she doesn't win an award specifically, like, per se. She doesn't win it, but she's in a movie that did win it. That'd be pretty good. Okay. We're on the Men is a thriller comedy. Okay. We'll make this happen on Halloween then. The thriller comedy will come out here, and everyone will love it. Okay. We'll do something like this. Get 6 weeks of filming. Oh, it pushes it away. No, I want it on Halloween. Let's make it exactly what I wanted. We'll pay a little extra, get it on Halloween. And now we need to advertise the crap out of it. And it'll probably pay a little longer. We'll go about here. We're gonna play it twice. Yeah, Jokes at the Table is not gonna have a lot of viewership, so we're gonna be here. It's fine. And then this one, let me just get a real quick look at it. This is just, it's not that great, honestly. It's a comedy thriller. It's not that great. But Daring Adventurer, Bandit, blah, blah, blah. We'll go with these two. The older guys, the Western. I think we'll take these two instead. It's kind of a guy movie. We don't really need to target the women on that one. Okay. Are we good with this? I think we made some pretty good progress here. We might get dirt on May Low soon. That'd be nice. The Mafia is going to take care of that for us. Which looks like it might have happened. History of prostitution. This will earn the eternal contempt of every true-blooded American. Right, we got some dirt on May Low. That's what we needed to do. Now, how do I use that to my advantage? Well, do I want to do that? What was the goal there, right? We were supposed to do that to get her to come work for us or something, right? Isn't that how it was supposed to be? You go to actors, Gernstein, May Low. So if we click this, so we use this, which has a huge weight. And then all we need now, yeah, this is just to get her for 3 years as a contract exclusive to us instead. So I have this, but I don't need to use it right away. She has a 5-year contract right now with these guys, though, so I can literally rob her from them. I'm not sure if that's actually how that works. I'd like a longer contract if I could. We have, where's this? The high quality locations is 560 days away. Where's the one about longer contracts? I want, I can't do that yet. Yeah, I can't do that yet. I need that. That is in the, not the financial department. No, PR maybe? No, it isn't legal. Yeah. So it's after this. So 924 days I can then go and then put time into this. So it's a long time. So yeah, I think we probably should just have that. But I don't need it yet, right? I can wait until I have, you know, some elements that I can actually use for, because right now everything is kind of getting stale. So yeah, we're using pretty much all of it here. So we had what, 24% on 600 showings there. So we had about 600 showings or so. So I think maybe we would want to go like maybe here. We can go like 278 with that. And then maybe like another 185 here. And then we have our own theaters there, so we could just add a little more in just in case, but probably not. So just keep it in there for a little bit longer, and it's fine. And then now the toy ship's going to ship. And that one's fresh as well. Didn't target it quite as well as I could have, but, you know, it is what it is. It's fine. The ideological bomb will tear the barbaric viewer into pieces. It serves them right. Why does he like it? He likes it because of the generous profanity. Pre-production office, we definitely need to speed up things. I'm going to go like this for you. I'm going to end up paying Herbert a lot of money here. I think Herbert's under a 6-year contract now, though. So I have a little bit more time for him. There's a lot of leveling up he's going to do in 6 years, though. So when I renew it with him later, it's going to cost me a lot. Harold, we could use you for longer. This is, again, producers. I think, though, I'm going to go ahead and pass on renewing your contract. Same thing with Terry. I think I'm going to go ahead and pass. Although a 4.4 is okay, and you're actually very cheap. I think we'll keep Terry because of how cheap he is. Can't even give him medical insurance. That's how cheap he is. So 11,500 for a 3-year term. And we'll do it by years because, again, we're going to start getting to the point where we can actually use these guys for multiple films. I think Harold's going to take a break. He's more expensive and not as good. So we can start having less producers on the payroll now because they're each able to be used for multiple things. And that's great. Okay, we're going to call that a day. Very eventful day, very expensive day. Hope you guys enjoyed that. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.